Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Sagittarius, we're going to dip into a reading that's going to ask about your spiritual success and activation. In this reading, I'm going to ask 4 key questions. The 4 key questions that I'm going to ask are, what are you most disheartened about or feel the most blocked in your life right now? How is this block shaping the course of your life? What can you do right now, man? Right now, what can you activate right now in your life? How can you move away from your worries? So these have been very interesting readings. Kind of deep too, because I'm doing all the wild unknown, doing the kiss. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? The kiss. You got the wild unknown archetype. You have the wild unknown oracle. Maybe you need a break from a partner. That's funny that you had the kiss and then it's like needing a break. Wild unknown oracle, wild unknown. Then you got this Mother of Cups. What you got going on there, Sagittarius? Wild unknown tarot. You have a very different energy from everyone. I tell you, there is some. I think maybe it's the questions I'm asking, right? I guess they're heavy questions. So you were getting heavy answers. So let's get started, Sagittarius. Let us get started. I can't think that anyone's really had a light and fluffy reading, but I guess I'm not really asking light and fluffy questions. This is the hard stuff. The hard stuff. All right. Sagittarius, Saggies. Area of your life you are most blocked in or you feel the most disheartened about or blocked in. How is this block shaping the course of your life? What you can activate in your life right now, and how to move away from your worries. Area of your life you are most disheartened about or feel blocked in. The Karmic. Well, I get 2 things with that. Let me tell you, whatever I get, it's just on the top of the onion, because we're going to get really deep once we pull all these cards out. It sort of kind of feels like either you're having difficulty laughing at your life situation right now and you're kind of pissed about it. Now, we've all been there. Because there's sometimes you're in a situation I just cannot laugh about it. I don't even see how this will be funny 20 years from now. Or you are maybe trying to be a comic. Maybe you're trying to be funny. It's actually literal. Maybe you are trying to be a comic and you're having difficulty getting that going. You could also be trying to sort of see the light in situations and people around you are just not getting it. So that's kind of intriguing. It literally feels like it's one or the other. But it's 1 card, so I need more. Even I need more. I need more than that, Sag. How does this block shape the course of your life? The Self. Well, this hasn't come out in a while, but it was coming out towards the beginning. Definitely having to tap into something that is not doing. Really funny. These rainbow colors are all mimicked here, coming out. It's forcing you to look at things inside you that you may not have ever wanted to look at before. That's for sure. You know, it kind of has the feeling, the energy of this, it has the feeling of not, okay, I don't know if you're kind of finding yourself in the role of a comedian or a comic, or in some sort of professional or hobby capacity, or it's just showing up in your life. But I feel like it's making you look the funny parts of life, the things that you laughed at, are ending up being the block of self. Until you move past these. It almost kind of feels just laughing it off. It's okay. That won't bother me. That didn't really hurt. My life will get better. It kind of feels like that. You might have laughed off a lot of shit. It's getting to where it's getting pretty hard to do that now. Let's keep seeing where this is going. What can you activate in your life right now? The Thread. Oh, I've not seen this card before. Why is the rainbow upside down? Well, there's a lot of darkness all around, right? I mean, it kind of looks like a storm. What was Scorpio had the storm? I can't remember now. I didn't just do it. I had lunch and all that stuff. But it's funny because it was in the same spot. But the thing that I feel is really unique here is you've got like lots of glimmers of rainbows trying to come through. And rainbows to me, emotional fulfillment. So doing things that just feel really right for the soul. Activate your life right now. There is a rainbow here, but it's almost like it's been put upside down. And it might be asking you to look at things in a different way. Again, I really need more cards to see how this karmic is coming through. Any way that it's coming through, whether, you know, you're trying desperately to laugh at your situation in life and you can't, or you're trying to be kind of the light, funny energy in your life community. However this, and others are not really appreciative of it, whatever it is, it's shaping you. It's shaping you to be something, and it's shaping you to become something. It really is shaping you to become something. Activate. There it is, the rainbow, but it's inverted. But we don't get rainbows unless we have storms and rain coming through. And there's a bit of light. So activate a storm. But the thread, this red thread, there's something that you need to pull on here. And I see the red thread, and that reminds me of like karmic ties. It could also, but karma can be good and bad. I feel like this is pulling on something, either removing a thread that you're connected to or utilizing a thread that you haven't used yet. I'm hearing with this card, in emergency, pull here. Yeah, does it say that on like little fire things? Or I guess fire pull here, but it's like in emergency pull here, or in emergency break glass. In emergency pull here. Why? Do you like to pull to get rid of this red thread, or to pull on it to activate it into your life? How can you move away from your worries? The venom. Who had that card in the same spot? Cancer. Cancer had that card in the same spot. Boy, man. You know, I feel like everyone's purging like some toxic shit. I feel like there's almost like there's been so much shadow work going on, self-reflection. I'm hearing like questioning of self, analyzing self, looking at the big picture of yourself in life, like the last 2-3 years. And the result of that is identifying toxic things in our life. It just almost seems like, in a weird way, like a repeat pattern that's kind of happening through all of this. The eternal child, there is the rainbow. Isn't that funny? And it's kind of got like this seed card that's been going, it's actually upside down. I'm only reading one really for the most part anyways. But the seed has been going around a lot, like a beginning that's blocked, feeling kind of blocked. And it's funny, we've got this circular pattern. The circle is going this way as opposed to round and round. All the energy is pointing in to the, almost would feel like the second chakra. Second or third area, chakra. Confidently protecting and utilizing the house of the soul. Look at this repeat here again. Inner child, there's, okay, the self, the eternal child, like the inner child, it is the part of your soul that is not harmed by life experience, that is progressing and learning. That's why we're here, the underline. We're talking about your inner child. Your inner child might want to laugh at some things, even this, like the colors are, that's just crazy, isn't it? How that repeat. But then there's this venom. It doesn't have the rainbow. Every single card that you pulled has the rainbow image. Something about your emotional fulfillment. But the venom, how you can move away from your worries. Without knowing how that's going to completely show up yet, it does give me the heebie-jeebies. Because it's like something is about to engulf the earth. But you're looking at it from, like, doesn't that look like the image of the earth that they took from, like, one of the Apollo missions? So it's like you're on the moon. You're, like, distance yourself from something that is possibly self-destructive. It could be a habit of your own that's self-destructive, or it could be a habit of someone around you that's kind of self-destructive. What is this? One more. Is it hair? That's the problem when your hair gets long. It tickles. It falls out and it tickles. Area of your life you feel disheartened or the most blocked in. The Karmic, the crocodile. There's a lot under the surface here. Something is so ironic. Now I'm hearing Alanis Morissette. There's something really ironic about your life path or what's going on for you, maybe particularly right now. But I just find these readings are really broad and vast. And the fact that I asked the question, how does this block shape the course of your life? I mean, that's a really broad question. Isn't it ironic? Right? Like all you need is a spoon and you have a handful of forks. How does this block shape the course of your life? The stingray, look at the rainbow. All right, it's up to you. It's really kind of, well, you're going to have to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. There's something in your life. Okay, this crocodile, I don't feel like it's you. But actually, now that I really see, yeah, because both of these are water too. Alchemical symbol of water. So it doesn't feel like it's you. It feels like the crocodile is something in your life. And, oh God, you know, I watched one and now they keep coming up in my feed. And I just have to scroll quick. I can't handle watching things suffer. And I got pulled into a video of it was supposed to be a zebra biting a crocodile back, but it didn't go well for the zebra. It didn't go well for the zebra. And now I watch crocodiles and I hate them. They're just brutal. I mean, they're just being themselves, their true authentic selves. But the true authentic self of this energy is brutal. Just thinking of all the crocodile videos I've seen, one just like snapped off this whole snout of a zebra. Holy shit. Look at this scroll path. I need to watch like kittens playing with yarn balls to get some new shit in my feed. But this crocodile, like, it makes it very difficult to laugh at. It's self-serving. Everyone knows it for what it is. It's very difficult to find humor in whatever this is in your life. But, you know, it's making you more and more confident. Perhaps to call the crocodile out for what it is. The crocodile, it doesn't feel like it's something to be laughed at. I can't laugh in these videos. It's horrible. Oh my gosh. I feel so bad for the zebras. And you know what's really horrible? It's like one of them gets caught by a crocodile in the water, so the rest of them take advantage of that opportunity, the zebras, to cross. And they're watching him getting eaten alive. This is our opportunity to go. There's so much coming in here with that, right? None of this seems funny. Like, there are parts of life that just do not seem funny. It's very difficult to find humor in that. Yet, that's the brutality of life. If you are part of the zebra force, and the zebra is represented in here as one with a triangular and rainbow lit up third eye. If you are one of the zebras, you know the crocodiles are out to get you. And sometimes one of you gets sacrificed, and that's when the others of you have an opportunity to get away. What the hell? Some of the, I gotta say, like, I don't know if somebody is in danger. Like, some of the readings that I've been getting, I really hope you're okay. Something's just not funny here. I don't care how much time elapses, it's not funny. But it's making you more and more confident. It's making you realize the power that you have. How does a zebra take on a crocodile? That's the question. And even like you, right? Like the centaur, like you kind of are, like you would be like the zebra. You're a hoofed animal trying to get through this. But the path is, so, okay. If you're the zebra, you have your third eye lit up with the rainbow. Is you're almost in a way, I want to say like a healer. You know, when healers show up in all aspects of life, every avenue, every career, there are people that are healers. But there's, I keep like, what is that? Monsters be here or something. Isn't that what pirates or people used to write on old maps? Monsters be here? Like, it's like that. Like, what are you trying to get through? And I almost feel like somebody's experiencing something in the collective, or a group of you are, or there is someone in particular that's coming to the readings that I feel like is not in a safe space. And I'm legit concerned. There's something you need to do for yourself here. The stingray, the self. You're the only one that can do this for you. What can you activate in your life right now? But oh my God, right? In emergency, pull the string. This feels like an emergency. The sea serpent. Like pulling on the string. To me, calling in some sort of karmic assistance. Like the word karmic is just thrown around too often. That's toxic, that's bad, you need soul. The karma, your soul tribe can be, you're all learning things. Like karma is just energy. This is something to pull on. This sea serpent knows exactly how to battle the crocodile, right? I want to say if anybody's older, because the crocodile too is just like, it's not depicted, it's factually is one of the oldest animals on the planet that has not changed in evolutionary terms for like 1,000,000 years, because it's the perfect killing machine. Like it's still here. It was eating our ancestors. It's still doing what it's been doing for 1,000,000 years. The sea serpent is like Loch Ness. It's an unknown hidden mystery. But it's like, the crocodile is nothing. The crocodile actually is in these shallow waters to avoid the sea serpent. The sea serpent is like a life thread for you, an emergency activation. Move away from your worries. You got the venom here. This is like a bite. Wow. the fire ant. In some ways, it feels like activating something here. Either you pull on this thread and it connects you, it lines you up with, I don't know, the right authorities, the right friend, the right something that comes in and knows exactly how to deal with this crocodile. Or it activates something in you, like there's venom here. I feel like the venom is actually showing up, how I'm seeing it so far, as definitely partnership energy. Like it would overwhelm whatever this crocodile is. Activate it. Activate it to help you move away from your worries. Like the fire ants too, don't they sting? Don't all of them? Like, don't they bite with a little bit of venom, I would think? Or is it just the pincer or something released? Regardless, venom is pretty much given through a bite most of the time. I think sometimes, can't vipers spit it or something? What the hell is this? The otter, the cosmic egg. I don't know, I feel like this otter is calling in help. I mean, the snake around the egg looks so close, like the sea serpent. Oh, let's keep going here. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing when I look at this crocodile. I mean, there's a lot of messages that I've had come in with a crocodile, and never like this. Like, I just keep seeing those images of those zebras just being like... I don't know if the crocodile is someone in your life that has a lot of control over you. Typically, you could laugh this off. Right now, this is not laughing. There's no laughing here. This isn't funny. This isn't funny. Daughter of Pentacles, another rainbow. Just 1 second. How does this block? Daughter of Cups. The Death card. The Nine of Wands. The Hermit, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Cups on the bottom. Two pages in terms of this block and how it's shaping the course of your life. I really feel like something or someone has been, something that's been controlling through fear. I want to say a bit, this crocodile is terrifying. Oh my God, and right? Like, look at this. Wanting to cross. Wanting to cross the waterway, but knowing it's too dangerous. There's something crossing the waterway here, like how this is shaping your life. You're learning how to swim through it. And like there's a transformation in terms of how you meet this obstacle, this fear, this dangerous energy. Like really, the disheartened part, the block is where you're standing on the shore. You're not an aquatic animal. So this is not something that is really, you could even understand it fully. You know, it could be somebody's behavior around you, and it's just like you don't even get it. Like you don't even understand how someone could get to this point or be like that. And then the self here, like this is causing you to really find parts of yourself that you would never have found before. Like transforming into something that, okay, I'm going to go into the water. This is still pretty dangerous, just floating on top. The crocodile is going to get you. But then the stingray, now you have some capacity to protect yourself and you can get under the water. I still don't know. But right, like you see how this is evolving? So, okay, there's something though, something that is just not funny. There's no humor to be found in this. I'll probably read the book and go, well, wait a second. No. But then you meet Sea Serpent, and that's when the Death card comes in. And pulling on this thread, this red string. The hardest path forward is your path forward. With Venom, Fire Ant, and the Nine of Wands. I'm going to do what I've been doing in all of these and do a quick edit. It's just a blip for you because I'm probably going to spend about 10 minutes here going through the book and just sitting with the cards. I'll be right back. Okay, Sagittarius, I am back after looking even more deeply into these. There is kind of like, I want to say too, with both these underlines, there is definitely a repeat happening here about a desire to have happiness, a desire to be happy, a desire for emotional fulfillment. One of the keys though with this eternal child after going into the book was that if the eternal child is not able to be expressed in a very healthy and free way within a very adult and constricting and confining and rule regulated adult structure, eventually it starts to seep out and it might find fulfillment in things like substances. So it's really an interesting energy that, and then with this, I really feel like there's something in your life or someone in your life that is, it's just gone to the point where it's not funny anymore. It's all I can say. So it could almost be like a cousin or a sibling or someone who's, you know, always getting drunk at the family get-togethers. And, you know, everyone kind of laughs it off, or they fall asleep in the chair and somebody takes Uncle George home. Or this is like, okay, so, right, like everyone just tries to laugh it off. And Uncle George, he's always, yeah, always into the sauce. But then there's like an incident where Uncle George hits someone with his car and he's drunk. Luckily, nobody gets killed. But this isn't funny anymore. Like, it just feels like that. And somehow you're connected to this energy. I don't know if that's you. It could be. So be careful. Because you're on the threshold of kind of making catastrophe in your life if this is you. If you're attached to someone with this energy, it's on the verge of making catastrophe in your life. It's stopping you from growing and it's stopping you from moving forward. What's really significant too with this, like how we transformed this energy with, you know, trying to cross this water that feels dangerous, is the crocodile. What did I say? Like, it's pretty much mostly in shallower waters. It'll get into deeper waters, but usually it hangs out in the shallow water. And the sea serpent is in the sea. It's in a depth. One of the things that, like, when I was going into the book about the sea serpent, was it talks about the importance of not getting stuck in the muddy water. in the shallow, muddy water, not getting stuck in the shallow, muddy water, to swim freely, to allow your creative self and, yeah, all parts of your creativity to be explored, to flow, to move. This is being stuck in the muddy water, and it's not even funny anymore. Some of you, it might be you. And I do want to say, like, you're on the path of self-destruction. If this is you, like your eternal child is being held back because of things that you haven't self-actualized in yourself, or things that you haven't done for yourself to bring enjoyment into your life. Like, you've made too many sacrifices, or you haven't looked at certain things about your life that have caused you to resort into possibly like drug or alcohol use, something like that. You know how we described Uncle George? It's all funny until somebody gets hurt. That's where I'm going with this. It's all funny until someone gets hurt. I feel like it's more like someone in your life. And this is recognizing the venom. This is moving towards what is very uncomfortable. This is possibly a very uncomfortable conversation with somebody. Yeah. And the thread too, which is interesting, it's really about connecting. Like, think about before this energy. When did you really feel alive? When did you really feel alive? That's kind of the question here for you to activate this. Maybe it was a time, an age, where it would have been much easier to do this. You are going there. That's why I feel like it's more like someone outside of you, because you have the stingray. And here we are getting the confidence to go into the deeper water. This could be emotions. You could be running, you may be running away from emotions. You may be, have been laughing at emotions most of your life. Or the comic feels like it's been a way to self-preserve in something that was not easy to self-preserve in. Some of you, even yourselves, may be falling back more on alcohol use or drug use, or getting like sleeping aids. Because the otter too is just about like this happiness, this childlike endeavors. Now, what I liked about seeing the otter was right here, we're stuck in this muddy water with what feels like kind of dangerous energy. It's just energy. It is not funny anymore. And the Daughter of Pentacles, this deer, this young deer, is not really, this is not its habitat, but it feels like it needs to cross it. It needs to go in here. And then you start doing it. You start doing it. And then what I love here, this underline, and this is like kind of like an absolute truth and lighting up our 7th chakra, like really getting a confirmation from the universe, is the otter is pretty efficient both on the water and the land, isn't he? Like, look at how that transformed. So you need to go into your emotions here to prepare for something that's on the land again. Because there we go. Well, the fire ant is fire, but they're pretty much on the land. So it's some sort of reality that you need to face. Something needs to end here, likely, so that you can have a rebirth. This rebirth is to allow you to move forward. But goodness gracious. That example, I think, is the best one I can give, like, for this energy. Oh, funny old Uncle George, whatever you want to. Aunt Martha, always falling, now he's drunk and then falling asleep, or... But there's something quite personal about this energy. It's not just the energy of running into Uncle George once or twice a year at a family get-together and having to put up with his obnoxious behavior. It feels more personal. Maybe you live with this person, or maybe you have to talk on the phone to this person all the time, or... Could be a business partner, you know, like somehow I just feel like that this is something that, you know, when it gets to this point, it's just not funny anymore. So what I do see here though is that it is pushing you in a way that, you know, this, whoever this is probably serving as a very, very strong soul family individual. Like you wanted a lesson here about real self-confidence and doing things that you never had the guts to do in your life. And so discussing this in the ethereal, this soul family person said, hey, I'll help you with that. That'll be great. All right. I'm like, well, the way to really do this is very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. You got to get yourself out of the mud. You got to realize how powerful you are. And the big part in this is definitely remembering some sort of time before this where you felt alive. You felt like you could do it. And then you got to face this poison. I do feel like it could be a difficult conversation, very difficult thing to work up to. So, oh my goodness, Sagittarius. These readings, I think next week, I'm just going to pull cards. Like, what's your energy? Simple cards, simple cards. I'm going to go do your extended, Sagittarius. In the extended, I've got 4 different decks that we're going to use. We're going to look at the cycle you are leaving, the cycle you are entering. And there's a void space between cycle changes. So then we're going to look at what your focus will most likely be in the void between those 2 cycle shifts, and advice for you. Goodness gracious, Sagittarius. Thank you so much. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.